For months during the presidential primaries leading up to the 2016 presidential election, Donald Trump relentlessly attacked Republican Senator Ted Cruz. He would call him Lion Ted Cruz. He helped spread the conspiracy theory that maybe Ted Cruz's father was somehow involved in the Kennedy assassination. He attacked the guy's family. He attacked his wife. His supporters, which Donald Trump supported, attacked his wife's appearance. He spent months degrading and dehumanizing Ted Cruz to the point where many people thought maybe Ted Cruz was just going to stop with the whole political thing because he'd been beaten and bloodied so badly by Donald Trump. But no, not a guy like Ted Cruz. Being in politics is all this guy has. So it was actually really shocking earlier this week when Time Magazine put out their list of 100 most influential people. Donald Trump was obviously on it because for good or bad, he is influential. And for every single person on that list, they had somebody do a write-up for them. Somebody, who themselves was slightly influential. And for Donald Trump, it was Ted Cruz who got to do the write-up. And rather than using that opportunity to fire back at him on the attacks on his family, the attacks on him personally, and all the damage he's caused the United States, Ted Cruz decided to lavish the president with praise in an attempt to get back on his good graces. And as Donald Trump himself has said, we can't trust anything that comes out of Ted Cruz's mouth because he's lying Ted Cruz. So I guess that means, according to the man that Ted Cruz is praising, we shouldn't believe what Ted Cruz is writing about Donald Trump. Now, I know that's a little bit of circular logic there, but that's what's happening. The reason Ted Cruz decided to write this fawning review of Donald Trump is because Ted Cruz is in very serious trouble in the state of Texas right now. The latest polls show his opponent, Beto O'Rourke, the Democrat running for Senate against him, is within striking distance. The two of them in the latest round of polling are within the margin of error for the poll of being tied. Ted Cruz, who was once seen as one of the safest senators in the United States, could very easily lose his election in this year's midterms. And that's terrifying Ted Cruz. So he's putting the best wishes of his family aside. He's putting his own personal, well-being aside. And instead trying to do whatever he can to suck up to Donald Trump in the most disgusting way because he needs somebody, anybody, out there helping him because he is facing the election of a lifetime here. And if Donald Trump doesn't swoop in and try to save him, or hell, if Donald Trump does come in and maybe does a rally for him down there in Texas, that could be the end of Ted Cruz's political career. And hopefully it will be. We need far fewer Ted Cruzes in the United States government. He's shown that he doesn't have a spine. He's not willing to stand up to a bully, even when that bully is insulting his family. He's shown that he's going to side with corporations and then somehow make it sound like that's for the best interest of the American public, because that's what Ted Cruz cares about. Or at least that's what he said he cares about in all those town halls. But in reality, it's all about his donors. Ted Cruz's time in the Senate is up. And let's hope that the voters in the state of Texas understand that when they go to the polls this November. If you're thinking about subscribing to our channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. But if you're not thinking about subscribing, I would encourage you to start thinking about it, and then once you're thinking about it, actually go and do it. You can see the subscribe button right there on the screen, or if you're watching on a different platform, go to youtube.com/theringofFire.